Hello my friends, this is Maggie. Welcome to my channel. Thank you that you're here today. You took the time to come and spend with me. Today I'm going to be doing hashtag CWP 2026. This is hosted by Margarete Miller. And this is week 7, already week 7. So before we get started, let me read God's word. May you be blessed by the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Psalms 115, verse 15. Cast your cares on the Lord, and he will sustain you. Psalms 55, verse 22. Oh my goodness. Oh, oops, I just about lost them all on the floor. I like to take the one that I read and put it to the back, but I have to be careful because they'll all come tumbling out. Now, what did I do? Here it is. Okay. I have a new subscriber. I don't know who it is. I just know that my subscriber count went up by 1. So welcome to my channel. I'm so happy that you took the time to subscribe, and you must have watched a video. So thank you so much. If you I hope that you come back and that you'll enjoy my videos. But if you do, please leave me a comment and let me know that you've subscribed. I would really appreciate that. And that way I can give you a proper shout out. But welcome to my channel. I appreciate it so very much. I'm really close to that next milestone. So, oh boy. But it's okay because, like I said, the numbers really are not important. It's just that I am enjoying what I'm doing so much, and I love the friendships and the relationships that I've been making, and that is worth so much. It's exactly what I had hoped to get out of YouTube, you know. And I know what you put in, you get back, and that's very true. So welcome to my new subscriber. And to all my subscribers, let me just tell you once again how much I love you and how much I appreciate you. All right, so my shout outs are Candy from Candy's Crafted Creations, Melinda, Debbie Kelly, Jackie from Tiny Little Blessings, Jen from Clever Duck Creations, Deb's a Creative Book Shack, Terry from Talon's Place, Angela Jones Creates, Lynn from Contenta Crafts, and Audrey from Odds and Ends. And thank you all for your beautiful comments. I love them so much. They just, they are just so wonderful and so encouraging. I really appreciate them. And before I go any farther, I got a piece of mail yesterday, and I was so surprised and happy. And she sent a little envelope, and she stamped it all over with hearts, and I don't want to turn it over, but she stamped it with hearts on the front as well. And inside was this beautiful little card. This came from Katie at I Like to Cut and Paste, and I know that she made this, and it's just so pretty. It's just right. It says Happy Valentine's Day. And dear Maggie, happy Valentine's Day. Thank you for all the love and support. You are so sweet. I still love my purple tassel. I have it hanging by my laptop. And I just love the cat journal. Thank you so much for being awesome. Well, I don't know about that. I don't feel so awesome, but thank you, Katie. Love you, Katie, from I Like to Cut and Paste. Made by Katie. So very sweet. Thank you so much, Katie. And then she put in here these lovely little stickers. Is this just is it a hot air balloon on the bottom, or just? I think it's so pretty. And then this beautiful bouquet of flowers. And this love. I'm sure I can use this. And this cupcake with hearts. I know I can use that in hearts all year. And also in this pretty dress, it looks like there's a little heart right there. So thank you, Katie, so much. I really like the card. I appreciate you taking the time to send it to me, and I hope you have a wonderful day. The Valentine's card you've been making for 14 Valentine's Day cards are I'm not sure what the hashtag was, but you've been doing a fantastic job. Really, really beautiful cards. So thank you, my dear, so, so much. Alrighty, so let's get down to business. Yes. All right, so hashtag CWP 2026, week 7. This was week 5. I did this for Come Collage with Us. And this was week 6. I just kind of stick these where it hasn't been glued down good. I don't want to stick it over here because I'm glued over here because I'm going to use these pages when I get these full. So I just kind of stick it on here someplace where it's not going to glue down, but I know that it's there. And then today's prompts are a color swatcher paint sample, a quote, something noisy, something that's dark, a musical instrument, and the bonus is lines. And I think I've got everything in one form or another. I'm going to use one of my jelly prints. This is one of my, I don't know if it was a first one or a second one, but I thought, well, I might as well use these because that way I don't have to cut it. I like to put down a background page, and that way I don't have to cut into a piece of scrapbook paper. And that's what they're for. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a master board, and I'm going to collage it with some of my jelly prints and then add some other things to it. I've never made a master board like that before, but I think it would be fun. All right, so a color swatch. This is for from a master board that I did back in the fall, and I did these paint swatches of watercolor, and then most of them I doodled in. I didn't doodle in this one for some reason, and then I tore them apart and used them for clusters or just, you know, as an embellishment, whatever I wanted to use them for. I've only got a couple left, I think. I thought maybe this is the last one. I need to make another one like that because I really, really liked it a lot. Yeah, this must be the last piece. So this needs to go in here. And I forget sometimes when I'm going through these things that I don't have that much room. And this is a quote by Mother Teresa. It says, I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the water to create many ripples. Mother Teresa. Well, and I couldn't, on the same page, I couldn't just stop there, you know, so I picked another one. It just caught my eye. I've got this quote book that I got on Amazon. I really, really like it a lot. As I go through, I didn't realize it at first, and they're not like in chapters or anything, but as I go through it, I realize that they are in kind of groupings according to subject matter. Like, you know, this is kind of about, you know, encouragement. The other quotes are the same, and then there's several, you know, that talk about love, and there's just a variety of different topics, but they're kind of lumped, you know, all together without a label being on them, if you know what I mean, if that makes any sense. All right, so somehow I'm going to put these both on here. They're small, they won't take up much room. And something noisy, when I was looking in my cut and collage book for a musical instrument, I saw this and I said, I've got to take this as something noisy. I know probably a lot of you do have motorcycles, or you ride motorcycles, or your husband has somebody has a motorcycle. Well, we don't at our house, and we live in a very quiet, what's typically a very quiet neighborhood, but our next door neighbor has a motorcycle, and he decides to take his motorcycle for a ride at the oddest times, and it's very noisy. I don't think it seems so noisy during the day, but at nighttime, like 10, 11 o'clock at night, it seems noisy. Something that's dark. I came across this couple that have these dark sunglasses. I thought it was funny. I thought they looked so funny. She's all dolled up and he looks so dapper. And they're looking at something, but I think I know what they're looking at. A musical instrument. Here's this accordion player. We don't see this instrument around much anymore. I know people do still play it. I have seen it, but it's not as not near as popular as it was many years ago. And the bonus is lines. And so I was going to find something with lines, paper with lines or whatever. But when I was looking for these all came out of the same cut and collage book. I saw this bench and I thought, this has definitely got lines. So I'm going to use this. And that's what this couple is looking at. They're looking at this bench. They've been walking all day. I don't think they've been at Disneyland, but maybe they've been at Disneyland, and they're tired and they want to sit down on this bench. So that's what they're looking at, and they're wearing their dark sunglasses because it's a bright, sunny Southern California day. And then just because I'm going to add this trim on here, because I'm trying to use some of the things that I don't use that often. So let me put my paper down first. And then we'll put all these other doodads down. And I might do better just to use my glue stick for this. So I hope everybody's doing well. I'm not too bad. I'm going to be honest. I'm not feeling the best today. I thought I was getting sick. I thought I had a fever actually. During the night, but I didn't. I don't have a fever. I think I had a very, very hard time going to sleep. I just was very uncomfortable, and I thought then I had a fever because I was hot and cold and, you know, all those miserable things. So I took my temperature and I did not have a fever, thank goodness. Because they had brought the baby up. My daughter and son-in-law brought the baby up. And, you know, like I've said, she's very clingy with her mommy and daddy right now, which is, I just love seeing her, you know. And so I didn't really hold her that much, but she did kiss me, and I kissed her. And so I don't want that baby girl to get sick again. But I don't think I'm sick. I think I'm just did not sleep well for whatever reason, and you know, your body doesn't like it when you don't sleep well. Now what glue am I looking for? It's over here. I rearranged my desk to give me a little bit more working space, and hopefully so I can feel more comfortable about doing a video with my jelly printing with my jelly plate, because I do truly enjoy that. Yesterday, after I spent some time with my daughter and the baby, I was so tired. I don't know why I was so tired. I just was. And well, no, yeah, after that, but before that, I was kind of getting tired and I wanted to sit down and craft. There's some things I want to make, and but I just wasn't really in the mood to do that. I didn't think I would do that great of a job at that particular time, so I decided just to sit and jelly print. And boy, oh boy, I'm telling you, I don't know what it is about that activity, at least for me. It might not be that way for you or for anybody else, but for me, it's just extremely relaxing, and I just enjoy. I mean, it's not that I'm just trying to learn the basics, you know. I haven't tried anything like print transfers or, you know, I've seen some people do some beautiful things that are kind of out of my, for right now, they're out of my league. But that's all right. I don't mind that because I'm enjoying what I'm doing. And eventually I may try some of those other things. But right now I'm happy just rolling the paint out and using some stencils. I don't have any mask, and I don't have much in the way of mark makers. but I do enjoy the stencils, and I have acquired some interesting ones. Oh, I didn't put this. I put my paper on crooked. Oh well. All right, so a color swatch. So here's my color swatch. It kind of is in the same color family as that. I'll put my quotes on last. Something noisy. Well, this motorcycle. I don't know what kind of a bike he has, but... And this couple, well, this accordion player needs to go in here someplace. I'll tell you, a good accordion player is very, very nice. Okay. Like I said, they're looking at this bench. They want to go sit down, get off their feet. Maybe they've brought a couple of their grandkids with them as an experience treat, you know. I think people who do that, give experiences rather than gifts, is such a fantastic idea. I think I think children get more out of that than they do a piece of merchandise that, you know, they get tired of and ends up in the trash bin in no time at all. When my daughter had her yarn shop, she had this lady that came in regularly to sit and knit with the other ladies, and she was in the, she had retired from the Air Force, but you know, you can retire young, not the Air Force, but the Armed Forces. You can retire pretty young. So she was fairly young, and she had started another career. She was a financial advisor, and she was had become, by the time I saw her last, was becoming quite successful. But anyway, she always gave her grandchildren experiences as gifts rather than a physical gift, you know. And I just really admired her for that because, you know, giving a gift, I mean, just buying something is, of course, the easier thing to do. I don't know. So I had a lot of admiration for her. I thought that was a pretty good idea, a really good idea, matter of fact. My other little quote up here. All right, well, let's get some of this down here. This is always the most difficult part, is trying to decide where you want to put things. Oh, no, come on. I can't get the pin in the hole. Maybe too big. No, it went in. All right. Oh, what in the world? I changed back from the tip that I had on here. I cleaned it out really well. And I changed back to this tip because I like it that it comes out in a much, you know, much less glue. But it also does seem to clog pretty easy. Okay. So my little sweetie pie was up here last night, and she was trying to get into everything that she wasn't supposed to get into, you know. And then she got bored. I gave her something to play with, but she got bored with it. And then she wants her mother's phone. You know, kids are just so fascinated, but she doesn't let her. Sometimes she gets it and she lets her hold on to it for a minute or two, and then she takes it. She puts it away. She doesn't let her keep it. But she was getting very bored and very antsy, and now that she's a little bit bigger, I don't have any toys up here. I've got to have my daughter bring me up some that are not, that she, you know, because she has so many that I could keep up here for her. I'm sure this couple were Lawrence Welk fans, so I know all about that. Do you know anything about Lawrence Welk? I know he played the accordion. I need to check my poll that I put up and see what, I think the little nature book is ahead. I don't mind which one wins because I really like all three of them a lot. I think they're all cute, and I pretty much know what I would do with any one of them, but we'll see. I'm going to leave it up. There's things I want to finish before I start it, because I'm going to be doing the spine in a new way for me. I just happened when I was flipping through channels and I was kind of caught up on my videos for all of you guys. I came across a video. It's an older video, but it was a different way of maintaining or preserving the little golden spine. So I watched it and I said, I like that idea. It's much neater. And so I said, I'm going to try that technique the next time. The only thing that I saw that they did, they wrapped tape, a clear tape. There's a special tape you can get. It's actually for book binding or maybe repairing books. I don't know. I don't know anything about that really. And let me just trim some of this off. And I don't know if I like that. I think she may have done it because she actually sews her signature through the golden. She puts in a new spine on the inside, but then she actually sews the signature through the little golden spine. I'm not sure I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do a hidden spine. So I think I would be all right not wrapping tape around it, but just making sure that the inside is very secure. So I'm going to put this quote down here. And this is very true. We cannot change the world, but we can do little things that make a difference. And it's those little things that matter the most, like being kind and thoughtful towards each other. You know, being kind to a stranger if the situation is appropriate, you know, just smiling, or like I've said before, letting somebody in line ahead of you. You know, not cutting people off on the road, but letting somebody in, you know. Little things that we can do can make such a big, big difference. Well, come on, Maggie. If my video today uploads well, I've had good success now for the last couple of days. I'm so very thankful for that. That the interventions that I've done may be the end of that problem, I'm hoping, at least for the most part. And I don't believe in jinx, so that's why I haven't talked about it yet. But I just want to make sure that what I'm doing is actually working, and it's not just a matter of coincidence before I talk about it. And I don't know of anybody else that's having the same problems that I had. But if there is somebody, maybe they would benefit by it. I don't know. Let's see. Where do I want to put this one? I don't want to cover up the accordion. Oh, I got to tape down that. When everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it. Henry Ford. So yeah, sometimes things seem tough, like we're walking up a hill against a strong wind, but sometimes there's a reason for that. We just don't always know why. All right. Well, there you go. There is my, let me cut the, where's my scallop here? Let me punch this out and I can kind of put it on here. So I hope you all have a good week. I hope you've had I know today is Sunday for me, but tomorrow, you'll see this tomorrow, so I hope that you had a wonderful weekend. And that as you go back into your week, whatever that looks like for you, whether it's the workplace or whatever, that you have a wonderful week ahead. Try to stay positive. Be kind and thoughtful as much as you can. You know, we're not perfect. We're not angels. We're just humans, and we make a lot of mistakes. And that's the way it is. But you know, when we can do good, we should try. So I'm gonna just lay this, or maybe stick it right here. There seems to be an open spot right there. Just so I know. I didn't do that last year when I for 2025. I didn't even participate the whole year. And I didn't do my sketch this week. This is the first time since I started doing sketches that I didn't do it. And I had trouble finding it well, I never did find it, to be honest. And I took a screenshot of Trisha's, but when I printed it out, I couldn't read the dimensions. Not that that really makes any difference. I could have just made it from, but then I got distracted and doing other things, and so I don't know, maybe I'll make it later this week. We'll see. So anyway, thank you so much for watching today and being here. I really, really, truly appreciate it. I know you have many, many people. I have many, many people to watch that I enjoy watching and want to support. So I appreciate the support and the time that you give to me. I truly, truly do, and it means a lot to me. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. And but I really think the most important things are the comments are so important to me. I love them so much. And I think to YouTube, the thumbs up are a big deal. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know anything about it. I could be wrong, but that's what I've heard. So anyway, I love you guys. Be kind, whatever that looks like to you. Be thankful I'm so thankful that I'm not sick. At least I don't think I am. I might be coming down with a little cold or something, maybe, but I'm not sick, no fever, nothing like that. I think I'm just tired, so I'm thankful that that's all that it is. And do something that brings you joy, whatever that may be. You know, do something that brings you joy, even if you've only got a few minutes to do it. It could change your day. So I love you guys. I try to tell you as often as I can because I really mean it. I love you and I appreciate you. I appreciate the things that my subscriber, my creator friends bring to the channel and bring to me. There's so much talent out there and so many wonderful things being created, so many ideas that I really, really appreciate that and I enjoy it and I learn from you all. And I think that that's just, that's really wonderful. It's great to be able to learn from each other. So I'm going to get off here. I'm going to start rambling and I don't want to do that. I love you guys and I will see you in the next one. Bye everyone. Bye-bye.